You're live.
Good morning, everyone. Today is April 5th, Friday, April 5th. I am Antonia, and this is Serena, and we are helping with the morning announcements. Lunch for today is hot dog on a bun, oven cooked potatoes, veggie patch, and frozen fruit juice cup. The alternative is grilled cheese sandwich. Lunch for tomorrow is Italian shells, wheat grain breadstick, steamed broccoli, garden greens, blueberries in a pot. The alternative is turkey sub sandwich. And for Peace Pals, there's a Peace Pal lunch meeting.
That's today, right? All right.
Okay. Birthdays for Wednesday are Josie Hirschfield, and birthdays for today are Everett Shea, and over the weekend, Anna Johan and Mabel Rossman. Don't forget to pick out of the birthday box.
Ooh.
Peace Pals for today
Look at the gem jar.
are Grace and Ella C. Friday and upper playground is Antonia and Maggie.
All right. We're gonna get the the gem jar here because it is a Friday. We have an assembly this morning at 8:30. Teachers, you can just head right up there whenever you're ready. It is going to be cool. It's about science and science notebooking. Remember, our artist in residence program is about writing. Well, we think that you need to understand how we write in lots of different ways. So as scientists, how do we need to write is today's feature. We've got a scientist with laser beams and liquid nitrogen coming all the way from France via Boulder, Colorado. So let's do a gem drawing really quickly. Oh, shake it.
Yeah.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. It'd be weird if you grabbed your own name.
Dun dun dun.
Zeb. Zeb
Miss
Hebe
White's class.
in Miss White's class. Awesome, buddy. We're going to have some fun. Yay. Cool. All right. There's one more thing I want to do before we do our Pledge of Allegiance. We've got students about graph paper and how we use it. Now, I've got my test set up right here, CMAS test for the younger kids. This is a test like iReady that we take on computers, but we also need scratch paper. There's 3 different types of scratch paper you'll have access to. Blank white paper for ELA, line paper for ELA, so that's for when you do your reading tests. You'll have blank paper and line paper. And for math, you'll all have some graph paper of different sizes. Your teachers will let you know. Okay? So with math, I just want to have a clear expectation. As you're working through a math problem here, and you're on number 1, we're going to have you literally put number 1 and do your math work. So for every problem that you do, you should have a number. Number 2, number 3. Now, number 3, let's see that I don't have any work I need to do. I'm still going to leave the number 3 there, and then I'm going to go into number 4. So for every problem, there needs to be work that you show. That's the expectation here. We have enough time to take the test for you to do that. Some people like to draw lines underneath the different problems as well, so you can separate them. But the expectation is that you're really taking your time and using your graph paper. So that's one of the things I'll be looking for as I'm coming through. Then you can go ahead and turn it over. It'll be 2-sided, and you go on to number 5. You can take as much time as you need and as much paper as you need to get that done. So that's the expectation around math. For ELA, for your writing and reading assessments, you're going to be reading on this computer screen here. So I got my little computer all set up. But as you're reading, you're probably going to be taking notes on one of 2 things. You might use these line paper to be able to take notes about certain important things, like a vocabulary word that you know that's important, or a main point. Main point. All right, for number 1. Now I'm going to write down what the main point is because I know I'm going to have to write about it later. So that's a good way to use that paper. Main point is the character has changed in 3 ways. Okay. That seems important. The character changed in 3 ways. So I wrote that down here. And then maybe I go over to my white paper, and maybe I talk about the 3 ways that they've changed. And maybe, I'm looking in my mind's eye about my my different thinking maps. They've changed in 3 ways. Maybe I do a tree map, and I say way 1 that they've changed, way 2, and way 3. So now I'm able to create a tree map about the different ways that they've changed. And then I can put details. Okay, so there they go. I've got the first way they changed, the second way, and the third way. Now I'm going to put details down there. They changed 1 because they moved to a new city. Way 2, the way they changed is they met a new person. And way 3 is they learn about themselves. So I am literally working as I'm reading on paper as well throughout the assessment. And you can do that with your iReady assessments too, students. The idea is if you're reading something on a digital screen and you're really trying to understand it so that you can talk about it later or write about it later, it's critical that you have some time to think about it. So that's what the paper and pencil does. It allows you some time to process, to think about what you're learning and put it in a way that's organized for you. That's the hardest part, because then once you've done your organization, it's so much easier to write or to speak or to build a presentation or to build any type of app once you've done some processing. So that's what we want you to do on CMAS. You've got 3 types of graph paper. You've got graph paper for math. You got 3 types of scratch paper: graph paper for math, and then lined and blank paper for English language arts. We expect you to use it, and we know you're prepared, and we know how hard you're working, and your teachers, and you know you are a part of something special here at Lyons Elementary School. You're special, your classmates are special, and this school is special. And all these assessments do is allow us to just show us one of the many ways that we're special. Okay, so take your time. Do your best. We'll see you in a few minutes at the assembly. But for now, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, what do you say?
Have a great day.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff.